Good morning. Last night, one of my favorite television shows, The Mentalist, came back for its 7th and final season. And that got me thinking about television as a whole. I love TV. The television is this magical box that, for an hour or so at a time, you can be transported to a different world. I know books can do the same thing, but there's no reading involved with TV. Most of the time. I watch a good deal of television. Probably too much. I once did a calculation and I watched about 24 hours of primetime television in 1 week, if everything I watched was new. Now, I had help from recording on the internet, but it was still a lot of TV. I watch somewhere just over half that now. Much more manageable. Still need recording and the internet's help, though. The reason the number has come down is partly because the shows that I watch get canceled, and partly because I get behind on shows and stop watching them. I either lost interest or missed an episode or two, and one thing led to another, and oops, I missed the entire 3rd season of Revenge. This actually happened. And it isn't the first time, which is why I'm grateful for Netflix. Just to give you an idea of how passionate I am about TV, I plan my meals around television. Does this meal pair well with Gotham or The Big Bang Theory? I've actually not watched a show just so I could eat dinner while watching the show that followed it that night. This might be a problem. So I love television. I've been hearing a lot lately about how TV is broken and dying and nobody watches it anymore. Of course, none of these things are actually true. People are watching TV, just not the same way they did 10 years ago. More people watch TV online or time-shifted than ever before, and yet live is still the dominant way that people consume television shows. And it isn't dying either. Who knows how many people actually watch TV live? The Nielsen ratings are a colossal joke, but the bigger joke is that nobody's doing anything about it. I don't want to get too deep into this, but Nielsen themselves estimate there's 116 million television viewing households in the United States. And Nielsen only has 25,000 families. They say they're going to increase that number by 10,000, which brings the grand total up to 35,000. Look, I'm not the best at math, but if you take 35,000 and you divide it by 116 million, you get a pretty small number. But is television broken? The rating system is for sure, but as a whole, some people, those tech bloggers that think that everything old is bad and only new and future stuff is good, they're the ones who think it's broken. Predominantly. And they think this because cable companies are bad and all that. To be fair, those companies are bad. We live in a world where all of these companies, from your local stations to the broadcast and cable networks to the people who actually pipe it into your house, they're all greedy, and they aren't getting less so. Which is why it costs so much to have cable or satellite, and which is why it's not gonna get cheaper anytime soon. And we pay for it month after month. And we complain about it, swear that we're gonna switch, but we don't. Or we do, and we learn that all these companies are the same basic machine. And we do this because big cable is the only way we can watch most live sports, or HBO, or The Walking Dead. And as long as they're the gatekeepers, we're gonna continue paying them. What choice do we have? It's not like everybody with a cable or satellite subscription could just walk away from it. That would be insane, sending a message like that. But I think at its core, television is just fine. It's an institution that isn't going anywhere anytime soon, even if your favorite shows do, and even if it doesn't look the way it does right now. It will evolve as long as we demand evolution. But we must demand it. It's not broken yet, but if we don't fix the parts that are broken, it will be a broken mess. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Wednesday.